Aaron Rodgers and Calvin Austin have very good chemistry, and that's just great news if you're a Steelers fan, seeing that Calvin Austin finally has a quarterback that he has chemistry with, that he feels seen by, let's just put it like that in therapy terms, which is not really a surprise considering the fact that Austin is very similar to Randall Cobb, one of Rodgers' all-time favorite targets, of course. He's a smaller dude, he's undersized, but he can play in the slot, he can play on the outside, he relies on that fast twitch, he can create separation, and I'm really happy to see the development of Calvin Austin's route running, because coming out of Memphis, he could run certain routes really well, but it was the stop start. And there's a quote that went, Calvin Austin has Ferrari speed, but he has the brakes of an old Toyota. But now it's like, you see the move he put on Brandon Stevens, that second touchdown? Yeah, that was nice. He had Brandon Stevens slipping up. He's really cleaned up some of his routes, and with the speed that he already possesses and coming into his own, he's becoming really dangerous now. So him being the wide receiver too, that is perfect. I thought it would have been Roman Wilson at some point, but if it's Calvin Austin instead, who cares, as long as somebody stepped up. And then on top of having really good tight ends and DK Metcalf, the Steelers are not short of weapons. And I can't describe how happy I am that Calvin Austin is finally being seen by his quarterback, because I've made videos in the past and showed the film of Calvin Austin getting missed here. That could have been a 70-yard touchdown. That could have been a 40-yard gain. Because trust me, on the All-22 tape, there's a lot of those moments in the 2 years that he did play, because of course he had that foot injury his first year. And there's some people who are doubting Austin the past couple years and his full capabilities, but I'm glad that we're going to finally see that that was the situation and less of Calvin Austin. Speaking about this situation though, it's funny how some people, or a lot of people, including myself at one point in time, and then I kind of snapped out of it, were like, the Steelers, when it comes to that wide receiver spot and their weapons, are kind of in the same position as last year. They just swapped DK Metcalf with George Pickens. But yeah, that's a massive difference. That's a true number one versus a guy who's not really trying a lot of the times. I mean, hopefully he does a lot better this year, talking about Pickens, but Metcalf is clearly a true number one, and he made the difference very clear straight out of the gate. That guy is a freak. And, you know, seeing the effort of the guys, it's a good switch up. It really is night and day better than last year. So if Broderick Jones could just do a little bit of a better job, this offense can be going places. 34 points week one. What a start. But let me know what you guys think about the Aaron Rodgers, Calvin Austin connection. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video though. That is it for me on this one. Peace.